Tonight, we continue to track extreme heat across the region.
Same symptoms that happen to people can happen to dogs as well. They can die from extreme heat exposure.
The warning from local law enforcement, plus hear from a researcher studying the way heat waves impact students headed back to school.
People think they've been through one heat wave, they can go through others, but what we're really seeing is that every heat wave has a very unique signature.
And after this fire near the Yakima airport last night, we're looking ahead to a red flag warning coming as temperatures are expected to start cooling off.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Stacey Lee, and we're going to start talking about those temperatures. Let's talk about the record-breaking temperatures yesterday, and are we on track to do that once again today? Take a look at your screen again. We have busted records all through the area by anywhere from 3 to 5 and more degrees in just one day. So our new record in Ellensburg yesterday, 107. Tri-Cities hit 109. Hermiston at 107. 105 in Yakima. Again, all breaking records from several different time periods. Now let's take a look at our forecast for today and where we need to be record-breaking wise. Tri-Cities, Yakima, Walla Walla. Again, did we get there? Well, let's click on over and check out our temperatures right now outside. And yep, we beat those records once again. Tri-Cities, Ellensburg, Yakima, not quite Walla Walla, not quite Pendleton. I'll have to check on Hermiston, but there we are once again, a second day in a row. Again, in extreme heat, you got to take precautions, drink lots of water, and again, check on your elderly neighbors and folks that are, more prone to heat-related illnesses. So clear and warm overnight, not a big cool down tonight. Again, more triple-digit temperatures tomorrow. We're even tracking some thunderstorms, breezy winds, and yes, increasing fire danger and even degrading air quality. I'll get to all of that in your first alert weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And as you've been telling us, part of the problem with the extreme heat is that we aren't really getting much relief overnight. It's really important to give your body a chance to cool down. The Benton Franklin Health District has partnered with 211 to make sure that people know where to find cooling centers when you need a break from the heat. And health officials say each person is different, so it's important to know your own limits.
The biggest things that we really want people to be aware of is to know their risk factors, their medical conditions, their medications that might impact them, being really proactive about staying cool during the day, really hydrating, being proactive about seeking cool spaces when they can.
Now, some of the places that will be offering temporary cooling shelters are library centers in Franklin and Benton counties, the Martin Luther King Center, Richland City Hall, and the Columbia Center Mall. Now, easy access to a shower is something that most people take for granted. For those living without shelter, it's just one more thing standing between them and their future. That's why Yakima Neighborhood Health Services launched its Neighborhood Showers program last fall. This is a free mobile service that's provided more than 500 showers so far. The service sets up at St. Michael's Church in Yakima on Wednesdays and rotates every other week on Thursdays between Wapato and Toppenish. Along with the showers, they provide hygiene kits, snacks, and new clothes, and access to free medical services.
We've had individuals too who stated, I needed to go see a provider, but I wasn't able to. I was so embarrassed to go in because I haven't showered. I haven't had the opportunity to shower. And just being able to provide that for them has made such a huge impact in our community.
Yakima Neighborhood Health says you can help their mobile shower program by donating clothes, hygiene products, and snacks. Those can be dropped off at any location. Well, once a year, the Walla Walla Public School Systems and first responders come together to build a relationship between their organizations just in case they find themselves facing an incident during the school year. The Safe Schools Summit gives officials a chance to walk through what would happen for emergencies that could range from anything from a fire alarm to a full school lockdown. They get together, walk through the emergency preparedness plan, and discuss the incident command system.
All the schools and all our communities will have incidents throughout the year, whether they're smaller, or hopefully not any larger ones. But building those relationships ahead of time so that you have a personal relationship with the people you're working with makes this incident go so much better because you've built that relationship prior to getting in the chaotic emergency scene.
This is how we are prepared to handle these situations, and then who we should be communicating with, and I think that has helped with the overall feel of how we respond in stressful situations.
Now, they say the most important thing is to make sure that students and staff are safe in case of an emergency at a school. Drivers on Interstate I-84 in Oregon were stuck for hours today because of a serious crash that shut down the interstate between La Grande and Ontario. Officials say the first notifications came in just after 5 o'clock this morning. Our crew there on the scene saw a Volkswagen Beetle and 2 semi-trucks, one of them upside down. We're still working to get details on what happened here. The Oregon Department of Transportation did eventually open up eastbound lanes of the interstate to let people go to their homes in Baker City and La Grande, and it does appear that the interstate has now fully reopened as of this evening. Demolition and renovations have been happening at the Benton County Justice Center throughout the summer, and while you can drive by and see the work on the outside, the inside is also under construction. Officials say it has been decades since this building was finished, and the renovations are needed to keep the building updated. The project is taking place in 3 phases. Phase 1 includes a new area for the clerk's office. Second phase will be updating the jury room, and the third phase will be converting the old jury room into new office spaces. The construction manager tells us workers are picking up the pace.
It depends on the phase. Right now, the whole project, the project as a whole is anticipated to be complete. I think it's January or February.
He says changes that have already been made include some demolition work on the second floor and moving the Office of Public Defense upstairs. Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson is suing O'Reilly Auto Parts, accusing them of violating the civil rights of pregnant workers. Ferguson says company officials refused to make reasonable accommodations or in some cases retaliated against people who asked for those changes.
O'Reilly's top-down practice of discrimination causes physical and emotional harm to many pregnant Washingtonians and their babies, and in many cases, cost them their jobs.
Ferguson says 22 people have filed complaints with his office against O'Reilly Auto Parts, but he says that number may be much higher. So take a look at your screen here. If you faced similar problems, there's a form online that you can fill out, even if you no longer work at O'Reilly Auto Parts. You can also email the Attorney General's office or give them a call. The number to do that is on your screen, 833-660-4877. Tonight we've learned that Target sales fell for the first time in 6 years. The retailer says it saw a 5% drop in sales at stores last quarter and a 10% drop online. Headed into today, Target stock dropped 27% compared to this time last year. Still, Target profits beat Wall Street expectations. This decline comes as consumers are pulling back on spending for things like home goods, clothing, and other discretionary purposes. Now, conflicting signals on the health of the economy are making this year's holiday shopping numbers difficult to forecast as well. And we know many industries and retailers rely on sales in November and December to make them profitable for the year. But with low unemployment numbers, wages are up, and inflation is still eating away at most of the benefit brought by those higher incomes. We know Americans are saving less, and credit card debt has surpassed $1 trillion overall. Still, many analysts are expecting holiday sales to go up slightly from last year. A preview of that can be seen in back-to-school shopping going on right now. That was expected to go up about 1.5% this year. Now, experts think the trend of an expanded holiday shopping season will continue this year, so start looking for those sales potentially in October. And the latest numbers from the Commerce Department show that consumer spending is still going strong at the moment. ABC's Alexis Christoforous has a closer look at the numbers and why you shouldn't really expect to see lower prices anytime soon.
1 year after signing the Inflation Reduction Act, President Biden is highlighting his administration's economic accomplishments.
The Financial Times and the Wall Street Journal initially called my plan Bidenomics. I'm not sure they meant it in a totally complimentary way at the time. But guess what? It's working.
Tuesday's report from the Commerce Department showing retail sales rose a better than expected 0.7% in July, marking the 4th straight month of increases. This latest report showing Americans are spending money despite higher interest rates. Inflation is lower than it was a year ago. Gas prices are up about 30 cents in the last month, but that's still nearly 10 cents lower than last summer. And average wages are rising faster than prices overall. Economists see this as evidence the country may have avoided a recession. But the economy is still facing headwinds. Experts predict interest rates will remain elevated through the end of the year, meaning it will be more expensive to borrow money. Things like credit cards, car loans, and mortgages expected to cost more. Another factor that could impact consumer spending as we head into the fall, the COVID-era pause on student loan interest and payments is slated to end in the coming weeks. Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
Well, as we've been talking about, we broke heat records from 2021 in the Tri-Cities yesterday. These early and late summer heat waves seem to be showing up more often. That could be a problem for children and teens who are headed back to school in buildings that are more prepared to keep students warm than to keep them cool. One climate professor at Portland State University is looking specifically about how school buildings manage the heat and how they could be improved for the future.
Most of these schools were built at a time, particularly in Portland and the Pacific Northwest, when we weren't really keeping a lot of the conditions that we're seeing right now in mind. Ultimately, what we want to do is start taking it to administrators at schools and asking questions about, did you know that kids are experiencing temperatures that are often 10, 20 degrees warmer in their school than they are in just an adjacent neighborhood?
Now, he's been gathering data during these heat waves. For one example, he says turf on a football field measured in at 140 degrees, almost hot enough to literally cook an egg, while the track was even hotter. And there is still plenty of heat out there tonight. We're taking a look outside, also seeing some air quality concerns tonight. Stacey Lee has your first alert forecast coming up. And speaking of kids headed back to school, we are talking about another district offering high school students the chance to earn college credits without leaving campus. That's next on Apple Valley News Now at 5.
If you're hurt at work, your life can go into a downward spiral.
You're injured. You can't work. Your bills are piling up.
But winning workers' comp benefits isn't easy.
You're the underdog.
We'll fight labor and industries to get you the workers' compensation benefits you deserve.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Top Tree Service is committed to providing the best service and experience possible. From the first call to schedule your estimate, through our final after-service follow-up call ensuring complete satisfaction. Your trees are valuable assets, and we ensure our ISA-certified arborists will protect your investment. The health and safety of your trees are our top priority. Call today to schedule a free estimate and experience the Top Tree Service difference for yourself.
Summer won't last forever, but with a great selection of vehicles during Toyota's national sales event, there is still time to capture new memories. With friends and family. Before it all flies by.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, I'm Gino from Italstone. We just received a new container of quartz Britannica Gold made in the USA. Visit at Italstone today to see, touch, and choose from a huge inventory in stock. At Italstone, we measure, fabricate, and install your kitchen and bath countertops in 5 to 7 days. No one can beat Italstone prices, apples to apples. Here at Italstone, we are with you every step of the way.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. We know taking AP classes for college credit has been around for a while, but testing can be expensive, upwards of $100 per exam, and the students only earn credit if they get a certain score on those tests. Well, this year, Walla Walla High School is offering some classes where students can opt in for College in the High School program. So as long as the student passes the class, they get credit. Wahai's principal tells us officials were looking for a way to get their students started on a college education without really sacrificing their high school experience.
How do we keep kids here on campus so they are connected with other students and they can still earn credit at the same time? And if they're looking at other options rather than AP courses, so what could we do to help maybe bring some of our Running Start kids back onto our campus so that we can be checking in on them, supporting them throughout the day, rather than them leaving campus and then we're not really knowing what's happening.
Now this year, Wahai is offering 7 college and high school courses. Some of the examples are English, math, history. They even have a military history course. They're all free. They're available for freshmen through seniors, and depending on the course, credit will be earned through Central or Eastern Washington University. Today, kids with special needs and their families celebrated the opening of the newly renamed Panda Cares Center of Hope Therapy Gym at Children's Village in Yakima. Nearly $500,000 in donations made by customers at Panda Express went to MultiCare Yakima Memorial Hospital to support things like this therapy gym, where experts help kids like Zane, who was unable to roll over on his own before he came to Children's Village.
Now he crawls around. He can use his prosthetic legs with help, and you know, he's really come so far just from having this room.
Panda Cares also presented them with an additional $10,000 check that will go to help kids with special needs. All right, we should not have to tell you this. It is too hot to leave any living creature alone in the car, even with the windows cracked. But Kennewick police tell us they've been getting lots of calls about dogs being left behind in vehicles during this heat. Now, even just running to the store for a minute can be fatal for your animals. Officials are advising pet owners leave the dogs and cats at home during this heat. And authorities say if you see a dog inside a vehicle, you need to call 911 or animal control. Don't try and take action on your own.
Fine in Washington State for leaving your animal unattended in a hot vehicle or even in cold weather is $257. It's a civil infraction, and so it's definitely something that we want to try to avoid.
And if you do leave an animal that you own in distress, you can face fines, penalties, or even criminal charges for animal cruelty.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And another scorching hot day. Our Legends Casino, Skycam, in Columbia Point, 107 degrees right now. Again, breaking another record. Our feels like temp 104. Look at the humidity, very low at 14%, and our sunset tonight at 8:04 p.m. Let's take a look at those hot temperatures all around the region. Almost everybody in the triple digits, with the exception of Cle Elum. Again, 103 Yakima, Toppenish at 106. Look at Walla Walla, 103, 104 Pendleton, Dayton, just under 100 there. But again, we'll continue to see those record-breaking temps into tomorrow, a little bit cooler. So I'm giving you a little bit of hope here. Lots of sunshine, clear skies, hot temps, 94 at 8 o'clock tonight in Yakima. Let's take a look at the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities. Again, clear skies, lots of sun, very hot, 95 degrees by 8 o'clock. And moving into Walla Walla, again, clear skies. However, we're starting to see a little bit of smoke and haze in the area. We'll drop down to 91 degrees by 8 p.m. Here's our satellite and radar. Again, that ridge of high pressure holding strong. Now, if you look to the south a little bit, you're starting to see this monsoonal moisture move in from the southwest. And again, that's nice, warm, hot air, but it's moist. And we're going to start to see some thunder and lightning showers in central Oregon developing. Some of those guys going to be sliding up into our direction tomorrow as that ridge of high pressure starts to break down and move to the east. So that's the situation we're looking at, but another hot day ahead tomorrow. Get ready. We could see some red flag warnings in place. Our future cast is when we're going to time out that activity. There's the cloud cover coming in, and again, that moisture will start to move in. This is tomorrow afternoon around 2 down the lower valley and the Sunnyside area. Hermiston picking up some possible rain and thunderstorms just skirting around the Tri-Cities, but we have a chance of seeing that late tomorrow afternoon. It'll be quick moving, and again, these could be intense, strong storms with lots of lightning possible, which means we could see new fire starts. So again, we want to be very fire wise out there. Our wind speeds right now aren't too bad. A little bit breezy in Toppenish, 12-mile-an-hour winds. Light winds here in the Columbia Basin, Goldendale at 13 miles an hour. Futurecast, again, we'll see some breezy winds starting to pick up in those mountain gaps like like in the Yakima area as the evening moves on. Getting into our Thursday, here's when we're going to start to see those strong gusty winds tomorrow afternoon, right down this I-84 corridor, the Columbia River Gorge, up I-82 into the Yakima Valley and up towards I-90 in Ellensburg. So again, we'll continue to see those gusty winds through the day. That will elevate our fire danger to a red flag warning, which they have just switched over to just since we started the show. So again, red flag warning in place all the way through Friday till 9 p.m. So be aware of that. We're also seeing smoke and haze. And again, someone asked, where is it coming from? From the north, those fires up towards the Canadian border, again, sliding that smoke into our area. Looks like it'll improve overnight tonight. Not good though in the Spokane area. Connell is seeing some poor air quality right now. It's unhealthy for sensitive groups. Moses Lake, Tri-Cities in the yellow zone. Walla Walla is okay this evening. So again, you might want to avoid outdoor, not only because of the heat, but because of the air quality that we're seeing around the area. Temperatures tonight, clear and warm, 60s and 70s. Tomorrow's daytime highs once again in the triple digits. Look for highs again hitting 103 Tri-Cities, 100 in Yakima. So again, you want to take it easy out there, start hydrating, keep those kids and pets indoors, plan those meals, and again, know your body for heat stress warning signs. Stick around. I'll give you your full 7-day planning forecast on the way. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacy. And up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, we are talking about a medical milestone in the effort to ease America's need for organ donations. That's next.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles with the Honda Service Pass program. Enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
Warning, your air conditioner unit needs service. Would you like me to call Bruce?
Yes, call Bruce.
Thanks to today's modern technology, it's never been easier to call Bruce Heating and Air. When your AC unit needs serviced, call Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get this party started.
Just make sure you call the right Bruce.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $2,250 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Bruce Heating and Air.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
Tonight, the deadliest wildfire in modern U.S. history.
Every asset they need will be there for them.
The search is on sacred ground. Plus, more fallout from the 4th indictment. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Check out Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, your local Old Hickory Sheds dealer. We sell and deliver a wide variety of buildings, including storage sheds, lofted barns, playhouses, cabins, and more. Come visit us at 3680 West Van Giesen Street in West Richland.
Yakima. Paranormal Cirque is here. Are you ready for a wicked night under our big top? From August 18th through the 21st at State Fair Park and Event Center. This paranormal experience is a fusion between nightmares and fantasies. Our innovative show features different shades of sexy, horror, cabaret, and more. Are you intrigued yet? Dare yourself and come August 18th through the 21st, and you'll be surrounded by creepy circus creatures with hidden talents. Tickets start at $20. Visit ParanormalCirque.com and use promo code WICKED to get $5 off.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Welcome back. Researchers say they are getting closer to being able to transplant genetically modified human organs from pigs into humans. Doctors at New York University announced a new record today. A pig's kidney transplanted into a human body has continued functioning for an entire month, and it's still going. They did this operation on someone who is brain dead but whose family had donated his body to science. Doctors are hoping that success here could convince authorities to sign off on the next step.
We're hoping that the decedent work is going to kind of supercharge things and get us to that point where, the FDA feels that we've answered these questions and we're ready to, do the first living human trials.
Now, you might remember last year, doctors did transport a genetically modified pig's heart into a living patient who was out of other options. That organ failed about 2 months later, and it's not clear why. What researchers are talking about here is actual studies using volunteer patients. We'll have a final look at your forecast and a chance of a cool down when we come back.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
If you need workers' compensation because you were injured at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Watch me. Watch me grapple, move, and pin. When I hit the mat, don't underestimate the grin. I've got state championships and medals to show, but it's about more than just winning. This you should know. Overcoming odds through therapy and care. The road was long, now opponents beware. Watch me. Game-changing sports medicine at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
We wondered, where do people do their banking? So we asked.
I bank at Hapo.
Hapo's my bank. I've been a member of Hapo since I was 10 years old, 60 years.
I bank at Hapo Community Credit Union.
I'm with Hapo. You're not just a number there, you're treated really well.
I feel like they're part of my community.
It's easy, it's convenient, and I don't know, I just love the people there.
I guess the question we should be asking is, where do you credit union? Join Hapo Community Credit Union today.
Injured on the road or on the job? Visit FromBackAutumn.com. Gather vital information on your type of injury claim. Chat live about your needs. Even schedule a free consultation. Brumback and Autumn. Bulldog Tough.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT TurboMax pickups, or get $6,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your community Chevy dealers.
Get ready for the Benton Franklin Fair and Rodeo Summer Concert Series. Kick off the week with Southern hip-hop legend T.I. on Tuesday. Come down Wednesday to see 90s alternative stalwarts Bush. Thursday, enjoy multi-platinum country hitmaker Justin Moore. Friday, check out America's Got Talent winner and ventriloquist Darcy Lim. And Saturday, catch the signature sound of Banda Machos. Come celebrate 75 years of the Benton Franklin Fair and Rodeo, August 22nd through the 26th.
Whether you're injured on the road or on the job, the big dogs at Brumback and Autumn will get you the full compensation. Leave nothing on the table. Brumback and Autumn. Bulldog Tough.
If you need Social Security disability because you are unable to work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411. Bothwell and Hamill. There's no fee unless you win.
Welcome back. We're taking a final look at that record-breaking forecast.
That's right. Let's take a look at our cool down tonight. Again, not getting a lot of relief. Look at the temperature still in the 80s at midnight and does 70 and then right back up to 82 by 9 a.m. So just not getting that cooling. Plus, look at that smoke and haze. We're going to see that tonight in the Columbia Basin and Tri-Cities. Let's take a look at our cool down level in Yakima. A little bit better, not much though. 80 degrees still in the 10 o'clock or midnight hour, down to 69 at 3, and then right back up from 6 to 9. It goes another 10 degrees up, and again we could see some smoke and haze there as well. Here's that 7-day planning forecast. We have an extra alert day added on due to the red flag warning in place and that fire danger. Temperatures look a whole lot better though Saturday and Sunday and into next week.
Well, we can look forward to that and just hang on to the popsicles in the meantime.
That's right. Stay cool.
Thanks, Stacy. Thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. Apple Valley News Now is back tonight at 6. And of course, you can find the latest anytime on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.